This might be their first jump. And if it is their first jump, I'm assuming that it's open the deal. Because in the trailer we see that Tifa jumps out first. She looks pretty determined, like, hey, I gotta go find Cloud.
Yeah, we concluded this as well, that their first jump, story-wise, where they want you to go, is likely Mideel. And that's just to get the plot moving. So skydiving into, like, the archipelago of Mideel and all the beaches and shit will also be a really cool visual, entry point.
Jumping into the deal as the beach, we see them, right? So I'm assuming this is over the deal. And if it is over the deal, look. Right now is what we're looking at. And if we are northeast, what is this? What is this gigantic round island off in the distance? Is this anything clear? Knights of the Round? Is that you? Maybe. Maybe. It does have a path leading up to this building. Now let's take a look. Look at this path leading up to a building. Very interesting.
Also surrounded by clouds and shit.
Terrain that looks like it would require a chocobo that would know all of its abilities and traverse. Perhaps of the gold variety. I know Pico is the chocobo. But he at least needs his feathers, so you gotta give me a gold chocobo. If this is Round Island, then Round Island is looking pretty crazy. I mean, I'm hoping to go into like Materia. Give me a challenging optional dungeon, one that makes me afraid to even enter it, one that has environmental.
I love that. But the Materia caves aren't just like a pillage cave. No. Dude, that is what New Threat does. In New Threat, when you get to the Materia caves, they have insane boss fights. Like, bonkers ass, ridiculous shit. That's probably changed over the years too since we played it. But that was super fun. New Threat had some insanely cool fucking things in the Materia caves.
And all that other stuff. I would like to see it. Now, this is a Materia cave. What? That is a pretty exciting sight. There's going to be a lot, right? So it's already.
Read the 8K trailer.
And, yeah, there it is. Or, this is the notes, because looking at the original map, the original game's world map, lining it up here and saying, look at northeast. Look, that this could be the northeast tip of the Mideel.
Materia cave.
That really was, yes, the Ultra Magic Materia.
Yeah.
And that's crazy putting it around. And looking at how big this island is, Ultra Materia cave. If that's the case, I am.
It's also barren.
Alright, now we have clouds skydiving. Grassland as well. Using a camera mod for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on the PC.
mayhem. How will you fare against utter chaos? Five minutes remain. A strong start. Fight on.
No mames.
You're winning. Stay strong. fire team that fights together stays together. Nearly there. Fight on and claim victory. This is amazing. Victory is all I ask. Good. 2 for 1. I hope you cherish these.
Me pasé de verga, güey, disculpen.
Crucible what your light can do. I make sure new Guardians see all your feeds.
With the new placement. It'll be fun to look back in retrospect, yeah. Most people don't, but it's fun. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I still haven't gone back to my old podcasts and shit where we were getting super predictionary and stuff, and post FF7, post Rebirth. I haven't gone back to those thoughts and those VODs and explored them again. I have not. I'm a little curious, but it's a lot. They talk about the deal, but yeah, look how big that shit is, dude. Look how fucking big that is. I'm just assuming that the majority of this is explorable. Maybe it's not. What I'm thinking is going to happen, I'm trying to be realistic here, right? When we saw the original world map for FF7, we thought it was going to be a lot bigger than it was, and it was like, oh, okay, it's actually kind of constrained. It's still massive. These maps are huge. But it's relatively constrained. There's a lot of, connective tissue in between stuff that they just sort of gloss over, and you don't really go over all of that, right? In comparison to the size. So they did some, they did some, interesting fuckery to sort of make that work. So now it's they're talking about all this vertical elements, all these more exploration, even bigger than Rebirth, and it's but there has to be limitations, right? They can only be so big. They can only be that fucking massive. So I don't know. I'm thinking obviously some of this is explorable, but there's boundaries where you just can't go that far. You can't go up and into some of this shit. It's there just for visual effects. I think that's most likely what's going to happen. There has to be some limitations, bro. And I think the biggest limitation is that, the first one is when you are in the highwind, the representation of the world below you is not one-to-one. The highwind shots in the world below the player is probably a very unique map that is a representation of what happens when you eventually take to the skydiving sequence, and it loads up the world below that you'll be jumping into. You can't load everything. It just doesn't. Even in Crimson Desert, they don't do that. When you jump out of a place in Crimson Desert, yeah, there's almost a different map. But when you're way up there, that's representative of what's below you. But even when you hit the sky and the upper atmosphere, it loads. It pretty much is hey, so you're gonna go through some freaky travel portal thing with pixels and shit. and then you enter what is the world below you. Like, it has a proximity around it, you know? Yeah, when you're dropping from the sky puzzles. It isn't like the exact same thing from one end to the other. There's a reason why that happens. I think that's the same thing in this game when you go from being in the airship to being on the deck, ready to jump out. And it's pretty much loading a completely different map that's much more detailed right below where you're currently at to swan dive in. And there's only so far you can go. Because it's just too much. It's just too much shit, you know? Oh, look. Look. This is what I've been thinking. Move back around. Just that they're taking the prominent of what we know in the old, making it and trying to mimic that in a realistic open world. The other thing I want to conclude this video with is I would like to imagine the revelation or into the world. I just want to take my controller and I want to move the right thumbstick and rotate the globe. Okay, I want to rotate that globe. That'd be sick. 3 times. You know, as I rotate it 3 times, flip it back around. The deal is on there. That would be pretty so good. Lastly, I think so. I like this guy. This guy feels like he comes from an age forgotten and long lost. I like this guy. That on the world map. Feel like I'm watching earlier on YouTube. You will be able to fly all the way to the horizon and come out the other side. How cool is that, guys? Come on! Now, imagine the way that's going to work is as you're flying, I think it's going to repopulate. I think either it's going to repopulate the eastern side, fly past the side, it'll repopulate the eastern continent and just keep on growing. That's how the OG did it. How bad is that? Actually, that's still at all. It is so great. That is a great video. Chat, you should check this out. I linked this video earlier. When I watched that'd be great. FS7, World Map. Check this out. Look at this shit, chat. Look at this shit. We did this on one of our messing around playthroughs, something close to it.
My will is not my own, is yours.
It's so much better. I mean, it's infinitely better than what the original game offered. You can zoom in and out and shit. It's all detailed. It's so sick. Look how fucking cool that is. Look how fucking cool that is, dude. Google Earth Gaia. Goddamn, you really have to do it for the submarine section. All I gotta say is this moment, this week that we've had of getting into this
Six priority.
they spent talking and hyping up shit and saying a ton of stuff, right? It's only been a week. And this doesn't come out for a long time. Like, at least, potentially, like, less than a year. Like, who knows? So this is the beginning. How much are they not talking about? What are they not? What are they holding back? Like, that's what you have to start thinking about. I don't think we're going to get fully explorable space, but discussing things like underwater being explorable, how Chocobo's actually work, all that kind of stuff. But that actually having discussions of all the other elements in the game is like, holy shit, dude. There's still so much. Like, it's showing off how explorable the world. There's still so much, you know. I'm still predicting that yes, underwater will be there. There will be quite a bit, and also predicting that what the airship does, like how the airship works.
Descubrimos en el pueblo de los habitantes y hacer gritar a más de 100 millones en un segundo. Se puede ver.
Did feel that like upgrading the Highland for aerial combat will be a thing that you'll do in this game, and you're gonna legit have like small box act sequences and stuff. Like I think it's going to happen. We saw all of these jets on the bridge of Junon Harbor that I've never seen before. I'm like, these jets are not in the original Final Fantasy VII. There's like tons of jets and shit. This shit has to be used for something. Like, they're way too designed.
Thanks, but
I don't know. I feel like they're going to be on the Highwind and you're going to fly those things out and do stuff. Like, I would not be surprised at this point, to be honest.
fun.
Yeah, this mod is so cool.
It's good.
Ridiculously cool, dude. Yeah, brother. I can't fucking wait. I cannot wait. It's just so goddamn cool. They haven't even told us how long the main story gameplay is going to be hour-wise. Yeah. An operation video? Oh, I can't watch that. That means it will flag now, right? Yeah, them redoing this song. Interesting, you know? Like,
If the Nine wanted this, you would not have it.
I don't know, holy shit, dude. Oh, that sounds really fucking cool. I really wonder. I think Sephiroth looks cooler in this game too. I'm just gonna throw that out. Right?
I hope to be here
Sephiroth
again.
looks way more menacing in Remake than he did in Rebirth. He looks more menacing. He looks like, I dig this look of him. He looks different in this one than he did in Rebirth. Something about it, man. Either the face lighting or some shit. You know?
See you soon.
Any advertised beverages. I mean, they're different. People kind of compare it to models as well. They're not that different. Do you like all the remake models more? Yeah, I think it's a lighting thing as well. You know? Environment and lighting. We'll see. We'll see if that changes in the next game. That's a lot of the polished stuff that they get to work on, you know? So they might not have had that opportunity for Rebirth nearly as much. Dude, you almost know they didn't have that opportunity nearly as much for Rebirth because Rebirth got hacked like crazy. Like, as a game, Rebirth got several, like, visual updates and, like, gameplay patches and shit. Like, they didn't have to do that, but they did a lot of it. And it was almost like they were getting ready to fix stuff in the next game, you know? This remake got a lot of similarities back up, but it does. It certainly does. This shit is extremely epic children, you know? I was running a pretty stick off, so it's like, what is that? Yeah, they replaced lines in FMV. Like, even that shit. time at launch. Performance mode was rough. Yeah, it was blurry. It was. I look back and I looked at it again. It wasn't as bad as I remember, but it was blurry for sure. I don't know what platform I'm going to be starting on because I need to play it full. To be real, I gotta play it full. On quality mode, if you played it at 30 FPS, I'll be honest, that's how I played it, and it looked pretty good. It was a very good looking game. That replaced line at the end of the video. What? They changed the line? Instead of I'll never let you go, it's I'll never let her go? They changed the line? What? Weird. Weird. I wonder how official this is. Weird. Is it official or is it technically like an unofficial? There is something creepy there. It's official. No idea. Use the original line. The collaboration. She sounds creepy. It's Jenova. It's Jenova. It's so Jenova, dude. This shot literally happens at the end of Reboot. That's crazy, dude. I can't turn that on, but that's crazy that shot literally happens at the end of Reboot. What the fuck, man? I want to try to get this this latest stuff working, chat. What do I have to do to get a raw ass engine INI? What do I have to do for that? Because I don't know if my engine INI has configurations that I've fucked with in the past for FF7 Rebirth, and apparently like all the new stuff works the best when you turn it off. I'm like, what do I gotta do to get that old engine on? Where do you get your video game shirts? Like Etsy. Yeah, they come from Etsy. You personally installed the fresh one from Nexus Mods. Just remove it and use the DX12 mod. Maybe go check that out. FF7 Rebirth DX12 async compile. So I installed.
On the road, this is my ST185 homologation special Toyota Celica. This is as delivered from Toyota. They made very few of these. This might be the only one that's still like in stock as delivered condition. I'm not sure. I've never seen another one of these on the road. They say they're all-wheel drive, 300 horsepower. It's got the OZ racing wheels on it. I'm looking for a spare for this thing, and I've been looking for 4 years. I still haven't found one. I think the wheels might be rarer than the car. The livery on this thing is the livery from the 1992 Rally Monte Carlo. All the stickers on it are original dual stock stickers from back in the day. This is a 2-liter dual overhead cam called the 3S GTE. The coolest thing about this engine is if you ever watch like JGTC, like the dominating Supras back in the late 90s, they ran the 3S GTE in their cars because of the lightness of it and the power it can make instead of the 2JZ. So the dominating Supras back then ran these engines. When Toyota was dominating WRC with these cars, they had a really ingenious cheat, and they actually got in a lot of trouble for it. In fact, the head of the FIA said they machine